To be able to work with our HTML file, CSS, so we can start creating the beautiful pages we need, we have to create more folders and more files. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do here is to create another folder inside our app folder. Recall that if I come to my event registration, this folder, if I click on the app folder, currently I have only one folder called the routes folder. I have to create another folder. Now I can create that folder here. There are different ways to do something. I can come here and just click on new and click on folder, right? And this folder, I'm going to call it templates. So this folder would be called templates folder. The first one was the routes folder. This one would be called templates folder. I can have another folder. I can either decide to create this folder here, like the templates folder as you can see on the screen, or I can decide to create this folder via my VS Code. So you can decide to create it here. I'm going to delete it now. Or let's go back to our VS Code and create this templates folder. So to create this template folder, right click on the app and click on new folder and click on templates. Now please ensure that your spelling is in small letter. So templates like this, right? Everything in small letter, templates. You can see it's very clear here. And that would give us our second one. So we have the routes, we have the templates. Now we would be needing a third folder, and I'm going to right click on the app again, and inside the app I'm going to create static. Okay, now just like we did in the routes folder, so if we come back to our file explorer, you can see we have routes, we have static, and we have templates. Just like we did, if you recall, in the routes where we created both admin and root, we would also create admin and root for both our static and our templates. So you can hit on the templates, and here we can click on new, and we'll be creating two folders. One is admin, and we can create the second, which would be called root. And we can do exactly the same thing again in our static, admin and then root. So new, admin, and then root. Again, now we can of course keep doing this again and again and again for different folders that we're going to create. So templates, admin, root, static, we have the admin and the root, we have the admin and the root. So for now, we'll be working on only the roots, and then later on we'll move to the admin. Recall, this is a full stack project, so it's a big project you're embarking on, and we're glad to have you up until this stage. All right, so what will be in our static and what will be in our templates? Our template is going to contain HTML files, right? So the different HTML, like the index.html, basically what is going to be here eventually would be in our templates. Okay, so that being said, I think you get the scope, the overview of what we'll be doing now. Let's go ahead and go to the templates. And inside the templates now, come to roots, because that's where we'll be working on. So right click on this root and we'll create our first file. Now, while creating a file, recall that I said in the templates, what will be there would be HTML files. So in this root template, what we'll have would be index.html, right? But before we write the index.html, create another file, and we are going to call this base.html. So these two files first, base.html, index.html. Why exactly am I saying base.html? So we have our index.html. If this is your first time hearing about or working on an HTML project, HTML is basically what's used to write all the text in the web. For example, we could have tags like H1, which mean header1, it makes a file very big. We could have things like p tags, which means paragraph. We could have things like div, which are just sections in a particular website. So you could come here and let's say div would refer to a section of a particular website. So putting each website in sections would be like putting them in divs. So particular website, and that is what div would mean. Now p tags refers to paragraphs. So just like when you're writing a letter and you have different kind of paragraph, we have H1, H2, H3 up until H6, and they are just various headings in the web. So H1 big, H6 small, but all these are tags. We have things like LIs, right? So we have things like LIs, and LIs would mean lists, right? A list of things. We also have many other tags like the underline tag. We have different kinds of tag. We have the nav, we have the header, we have things like the footer, and these are various sections that would make the website eventually come to life. These are various small components of a website. So to be able to use all of these, we put it in a .html file. So it's the structure, the body, the base of what the website looks like. That's what HTML generally is. That's a short note of HTML. I'm saying a short note because in this our whole project, the most easy part is building the HTML. That is because I'll be introducing you to a method now that would help you be very fast. So while writing your code, speed is important. So if you're given a project, you're working on a real life project, and the person says, I need it next week, the user does not want to know if you're going to write 50,000 lines of code. Speed is important. The user wants you to deliver at that time. So how do you deliver? Typically, creating a website would involve creating designs so that you know where to put which button, where to keep this button, where to keep that button. It would involve you ensuring that the user experience is nice, the user interface is nice, then you start writing the code, then you do testing. And for one person to do all of these will be so cumbersome. So it's usually a team and lots of meetings and all of that. However, things could be a little better when we introduce you to templates that helps you get the base of what you're looking for. And it's one of such templates we would be using here. So for our index.html, we'll be using a template, and this is exactly how the template looks like at this time. So let's go and get the templates that we would be working on at this time. This is the template. So let's see a demo of how the templates would look like. All right, we have it, and here we go. It's loaded. Now, this is a template that you can either get for free. Some templates are free, but some are paid. All right, so you can buy this template. This is what it means, template. Remember, we created this folder in Flask, and the name was templates. Do you still remember? Yeah, it's templates. Well, I did not call this template because we're going to use a template. This is how Flask calls it. Maybe Flask knows that it's better if we use templates for things like HTML. So for our HTML file, we would be working with a template. It's already been designed, and our job now is to use it to suit our purpose. Now, when we click these links, like the buy ticket, the register, nothing would typically happen because we've not yet used this template to suit our needs. If we click this button, no video is going to play because this template does not yet suit our specific needs. So even though you have this template, we are going to get this template now and ensure that we can use this template to get what we want. So for our HTML, we'll be making use of this template. Now I'll explain some key things about this template to you. So for now, I'm just going to come here and I'm going to copy this template. I'm going to copy this template and I'm going to come in here inside my templates folder and paste it. Now, inside roots, I'm going to paste these templates. Is root the best place to paste this template? So I'm going to copy my HTML, my template, and I'm going to paste these templates in the app folder. So in the app, I'm going to paste these templates, and this template is going to be here. Now, how can you get this template? Hey, the great news is that just click on the link in the description and pinned in the comment section of this video. Note, click on the link in the description. It has also been pinned in the comment section of this video. So either the description of this video or the comment section, it will take you to GitHub repository where you can just go there, copy the templates. All right, so you can just go there, download the template or copy the template, paste it on your folder, that is download the template, and then you can use this template anytime you want to use it, anytime you have something to do with it. So this template is what we're going to be using, and this template, we can now come here and you can see the template here. So I'm going to right click on it, and everything we have in our index.html, I'm going to select all. For now, I'm going to just select all, copy, and we'll try to paste it in our own index.html that we're creating. Well, if we do it like that, it would automatically change how fast we go around with this video. So we now have everything that we had in that template in this one. But if we try to run this code like that, you're going to see that nothing will display up on the screen. For example, let's go here. Let's ensure our app is still up and running. And let's try to go to the home. And you can see we have hello Emeka, please like and subscribe. So just here, so we're not yet done with what we have to do. At this point, I'm going to come here now. So come here to the routes, right? Our routes folder. So I'm going to leave the templates folder for now. Come to the routes folder, come to roots, and we're going to go to index.py. So now we have this return. Now that we have an HTML template and an HTML file, we will not be writing all of this here again. So I can remove it from here, and the first thing we want to do is to from flask. So in our line 2, we'll be importing something, and I can say from flask imports render templates. All right, render template. So this is a flask way of calling this template here. And then we can return render templates. And in here, we can now have the name of the file we want to call. So this would be roots_index.html. All right, so roots/index.html, just like this. And with this now, we can now call the templates we want to use. Let's go back and see if everything is correct. No, we have our app stopped running. So let's make sure it's running again. Back to our terminal, we make sure it's running. Then let's come back here and refresh our screen. And Here we go. Here we go, something better. All right, so we have something better, something different. All these are lists, these are header tags, right? These are paragraph tags, these are clickable links. We'll talk about them later. But we have something better than before. Have you ever loaded any website and if the network is not strong enough, the website will load something like this and then you have to refresh it again and again before those fancy things come displays? Well, this is what HTML looks like. On its own, HTML is not beautiful. You agree with me that this website is it's definitely not beautiful. So we have to add HTML with CSS and other things to make sure that this website is great. Let's see how we can now add the CSS and other things to make sure that this website is great. And that would help us to, that would take us back to the templates. So I will close this route folder and open the templates folder, open the roots folder and click on the index.html. Recall that we copied everything from the template down here. And the reason why we did that is because of time. To take our time to build all of this would be really, really long and burdensome to us. So, but let's talk about this. First of all, you have your doc type HTML. You're basically saying, hey, this is an HTML file. And then we have the head tag. So what happens in the head tag, you can close this head tag here or you can open it. And then there are different things that happens in the head tag. The first one we want to focus on is the title. This title is the title of the web page you're currently on. For example, the title always displays here. And if you hover around, it says the events bootstrap templates. Now that's the title and you can change it. So I don't want it to be the events bootstrap templates. I want it to be I want to call it annual developers conference. Developers conference, right? And that's all. Annual developers conference. Changing the title. Now, if we refresh this page, you can see that the title has changed to Annual Developers Conference. So that's the first thing we want to do, refresh and change the title. So that's what the title is. Now, you have things like 5 icons. If you look at this screen, you would see this small blue icon here, which represents Bootstrap icon. But if you look at this here, you can't see it, right? So that's the 5 icon. And that's surely something that, just makes your page much more beautiful and allows Google to index it or see it if you host it a lot more. So the next thing we want to create now is our fav icon.